G'day there, I'm Austin, and kind of looks like you're wondering how to drive one of these things. Well, I'm going to tell you today how to drive this 1972 John Deere 4020 diesel. Before we get started, we're going to have to show you a couple tools and tricks to make sure this tractor here is operational. The first thing we may need here is ether, just in case she doesn't want to start. Next up here is a tire pressure reader, just so we make sure we're not running around on flats. We are also going to need a rag, just to check the oil and make sure the stick is clean before we re-dip it. The final tool we'll need here is my trusty piece of straw, just to make sure that we have fuel in the set tractor. First, we're going to want to check the oil. It's located right here beside the engine block. As you can see here, the rag is to simply clean off the stick as you put it in once again. You pull it out, and now you take your reading. This tractor is clearly a 1/4 inch from being full, and that is A-OK to drive it. Now you're going to grab your pressure tester, and after locating the valve, which is inside the rim here, you're going to want to unscrew the cap, place your reader on top of it, and read it. This one is at 30 psi, and that is the last thing we're going to need to do is using my trusty piece of straw, check the fuel level on the tractor. Now these old tractors, the fuel gauges don't always work, so that's why we use the stick. And there's half a tank in this one. We're good to drive. A troubleshoot for these old tractors is that they don't always want to start. This is where your ether comes in handy. Simply spray it inside the air box, and that just gives a little extra juice for when the engine is rolling over. Remember not to add too much because it will harm the engine. Now we are ready to start the tractor. Follow me. Now that we're on the tractor, we're going to want to make sure it's in a safe gear to start the tractor in. As you can see, it is in neutral. So we want to put it into park. Right here. So now we're going to make sure our dead man switch is turned on. Our key is into the run position, and then we simply turn it over. Let's just pretend that the engine is running and that we're about to move. To move, we are going to push the clutch in all the way, which is key. Select the gear we would like to go in, release the clutch slowly, and at a constant rate, and give throttle. In this video, I'm teaching you the simple aspects of driving this tractor, but for more advanced viewers, this is the PTO shaft for running the auger, which is over there. This is your hydraulics, your first and second one, your 3-point harness, and if you get in a real pickle, you can lock the solid back axle. If you were to follow these simple steps I've just explained to you, you'll be able to drive my big green tractor.
We can go to the show, we can stay right here, and I can take you for a ride on my big green tractor. We can go slow or make it go faster, down through the woods and out to the pasture. Long as I'm with you, it really don't matter. Climb up in my lap and drive if you want to. Girl, you know you got me to hold on to. We can go to town, but baby, if you'd rather, I'll take you for a ride on my big green tractor.
So just put in park and don't say any words?
Say make sure it is in park.
Okay.
Before starting it, make sure it is in park.
Make sure it's in park. Turn the key onto the run position. Ensure that everything is lit up on your dash. and then turn it over. Now that we're on the tractor, we're gonna begin to start it. Oh my